He is known for being a Roman statesman, lawyer, scholar, philosopher, writer, and academic skeptic. He is recognized for his extensive writings on rhetoric, philosophy, and politics. He is Marcus Tullius Cicero. In the ancient city of Rome, there lived a man named Marcus Tullius Cicero. With his eloquence and intellect, he emerged as one of Rome's greatest orators and prose stylists. Born into a wealthy family, Cicero dedicated his life to politics, law, and philosophy, leaving behind a lasting impact on Roman culture and history. Cicero's influence extended beyond his political career. He believed that his most significant achievement was his unwavering commitment to the principles of the Roman Republic. In a time of political turmoil, he staunchly defended the traditional republican government and fought against the dictatorship of Julius Caesar. He believed in the power of words and used his oratory skills to persuade and inspire others. But Cicero's journey was not without challenges. During his consulship, he faced the notorious Catalan conspiracy, an attempt to overthrow the government. With courage and determination, he suppressed the revolt, albeit through controversial measures. Cicero's decisive action and execution of conspirators without trial stirred controversy, but he believed it was necessary to protect the republic. As the tides of power shifted, Cicero found himself at odds with Mark Antony, another prominent figure in Roman politics. He fearlessly spoke out against Antony, delivering a series of speeches that showcased his rhetorical brilliance. But his opposition came at a cost. When the Second Triumvirate declared him an enemy of the state, Cicero's fate was sealed. In a final act of vengeance, his severed hands and head were displayed on the rostra, a grim reminder of the consequences of challenging authority. Cicero's legacy lived on long after his death. His writings, which covered topics ranging from rhetoric and philosophy to politics, shaped the Latin language and became a cornerstone of European literature for centuries. His ideas and principles resonated with scholars and thinkers of the Renaissance, sparking a revival of classical Roman culture. Even during the Enlightenment, Cicero's works continued to inspire leading intellectuals and political theorists. Today, Cicero's contributions continue to be revered. His writings remain crucial in understanding the last days of the Roman Republic, and his influence on global culture cannot be overstated. Marcus Tullius Cicero, the philosopher, lawyer, and statesman, will forever be remembered as a beacon of intellect, courage, and unwavering dedication to the principles he held dear. Marcus Tullius Cicero, born in 106 BC in Arpinum, a hill town southeast of Rome, was destined for greatness. His father, a member of the equestrian order, had good connections in Rome, but due to his semi-invalid state, he focused on education instead. Cicero's mother, Helvia, was a responsible housewife, managing the household with thrift. Cicero's cognomen, or personal surname, derived from the Latin word for chickpea, Cicer. It is believed that his ancestors thrived through cultivating and selling chickpeas. Despite suggestions to change his name for political gain, Cicero refused, stating that he would make the name Cicero more glorious than any other. In the pursuit of knowledge, Cicero delved into Greek philosophy, rhetoric, and history. He studied under Greek poet Archias and rhetorician Apollonius, translating Greek philosophical works into Latin to make them more accessible to a wider audience. His vast education tied him to the traditional Roman elite. Inspired by an extraordinary zeal for philosophy, Cicero sat at the feet of Philo of Larissa, the head of the Platonic Academy in Rome. Cicero immersed himself in Carneades' academic skeptic philosophy and regarded Plato's dialogues so highly that he believed Zeus himself would use their language. Cicero aspired to honor the dialogues with his own convivial dialogues. Cicero's talent and learning attracted attention throughout Rome, offering him the opportunity to study Roman law under Quintus Mucius Scaevola. He formed lifelong friendships with fellow students Gaius Marius Minor, Servius Sulpicius Rufus, and Titus Pomponius. Pomponius, in particular, became like a second brother to Cicero, and they maintained a lifelong correspondence. In 79 BC, Cicero embarked on a journey to Greece, Asia Minor, and Rhodes. While some claim it was to avoid the wrath of Sulla, Cicero himself stated that it was to improve his skills and physical fitness. He studied philosophy with Antiochus of Ascalon in Athens and met leading orators in Asia Minor. In Rhodes, Cicero reunited with his former teacher, Apollonius Molon, who helped him refine his style and become one of history's greatest orators, second only to Demosthenes. Cicero's early life and education laid the foundation for his later career as a philosopher and statesman. His deep understanding of Greek philosophy and his ability to bridge the gap between Greek and Roman culture made him a unique and influential figure. His dedication to knowledge and pursuit of wisdom can serve as an inspiration for us in our daily lives as we strive to seek truth, cultivate our minds, and make meaningful contributions to society. Cicero, a renowned philosopher and statesman, found himself in a marriage of convenience with a strong-willed woman named Terentia. While their union served his political ambitions, it was Terentia who took a keen interest in Cicero's political career, allowing him little say in household affairs. Their marriage, however, lasted harmoniously for nearly 3 decades. But as the political landscape in Rome became increasingly tumultuous, strains began to appear in their relationship. Cicero's letters to Terentia grew shorter and colder, and he confided in his friends about feeling betrayed by his wife. The exact nature of this betrayal remains a mystery. Perhaps the challenges of political upheaval and other disputes proved too much for their marriage. Eventually, they divorced in 51 BC or shortly before. In 46 or 45 BC, Cicero sought solace in the arms of a young girl named Publilia, whom he had previously taken as his ward. It is believed that Cicero married her for financial reasons, as he needed her money to repay the dowry of Terentia. However, this second marriage was short-lived and did not bring him the happiness he sought. While his marriage to Terentia may have been one of convenience, Cicero's love for his daughter Tullia was undeniable. When Tullia fell ill and passed away in 45 BC, Cicero was devastated. He wrote to his friend Atticus, expressing his profound grief and feeling as though he had lost the one thing that gave his life meaning. Seeking solace, he delved into the writings of Greek philosophers on overcoming grief but found no consolation. Despite his personal loss, Cicero held hope that his son Marcus would follow in his philosophical footsteps. However, Marcus had different aspirations and pursued a military career. He joined the army of Pompey and later Caesar, finding himself caught in the political turmoil of the time. Cicero sent him to Athens to study philosophy, but Marcus used his time away from his father's watchful eye to indulge in pleasure. After Cicero's death, Marcus joined the army of the Liberatores, the group seeking to avenge his father's murder. Yet, he was eventually pardoned by Augustus, who felt remorse for not having intervened when Cicero was placed on the proscription list during the Second Triumvirate. Augustus aided Marcus's career, and he went on to become an augur, a consul, and later a proconsul in Syria and the province of Asia. Cicero's personal life, with its complex relationships and profound losses, offers us insights into the human experience. It reminds us of the importance of nurturing meaningful connections, the fragility of life, and the need to seek solace and understanding in times of grief. Cicero's story teaches us that even great philosophers and statesmen grapple with personal challenges, and it is through these challenges that we learn valuable lessons about ourselves and our place in the world. Cicero, a young and ambitious man, aspired to a public career in politics. He had witnessed the power and influence that came with holding a position of authority, and he wanted to make a difference in the world. Although Cicero was an intellectual at heart, he recognized that politics was the arena in which he could bring about meaningful change. In his early years, Cicero served as a supporter and advisor to prominent figures such as Pompeius Strabo and Lucius Cornelius Sulla during the Social War. However, military life did not suit his intellectual nature. He longed to have his voice heard and make an impact through his words and ideas. Thus, Cicero embarked on a new path as a lawyer in 83 BC. At the age of 26, he delivered his first recorded speech in a private case. Although he referred to previous defenses he had undertaken, this marked the beginning of his journey as a legal advocate. Little did he know that this would be the start of a remarkable career, filled with both triumphs and challenges. One of Cicero's most notable cases was his defense of Sextus Roscius in 80 BC. This was a daring move on his part, as patricide, the charge against Roscius, was considered an abhorrent crime. Moreover, the individuals Cicero accused of the murder were favorites of the powerful dictator Sulla. By taking on this case, Cicero indirectly challenged the authority of Sulla himself. With great eloquence and strategic arguments, Cicero dismantled the accusation against Roscius. He argued that as a simple farmer's son, Roscius had no motive for committing patricide, as he would eventually inherit his father's land. Cicero also exposed the greed and audacity of the accusers, Magnus and Capito, suggesting that they were more likely to be the true culprits. In the final part of his defense, Cicero highlighted the immense political power of Chrysogonus, one of the accused. He skillfully portrayed Chrysogonus as a cunning opportunist who had prospered through deceitful means. By doing so, Cicero successfully shifted the focus away from Roscius and onto the true nature of his accusers. Cicero's defense of Sextus Roscius not only secured the acquittal of his client but also served as a bold statement against the corrupt practices and abuse of power prevalent in Roman society. It showcased Cicero's unwavering commitment to justice and the rule of law, even in the face of great danger and opposition.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.